Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play AI The Somnium Files Part 30. In the previous video, we finished Iris's route and then we unlocked Hitomi's route where we learned that she's maybe evil because she had something to do with the murder of Alice, aka probably Iris's real mom. Or at the very least she knew something about it.
You saw the corpse of your daughter today. You were called into the station to confirm her identity. And yet here you are, cool as a cucumber, even though you lost your precious daughter. Shall I guess why?
Okay, well let's just look at these.
Her name is Manaka.
It's either this or when.
18 years. She was 19 years old at the time she went missing. Manaka, Hitomi Sagan, and Renju Okiura all attended Eitoku High School.
Okay, so it's either that or what does it say here?
Because Manaka's corpse is completely frozen, it is difficult to determine her time of death. However, her appearance appears to be unchanged from when she went missing 18 years ago. Thus, it is extremely likely she was killed around that time.
So her baby would be...
just turning 18.
Yeah, I don't... Because it's like, the one argument is we're using this to prove... Nah, I don't think it's this. I think this is like the next step. Well, let's look at the other two just for the sake of it.
Manaka's body was found completely frozen solid. Her right eye was missing. Her body shows multiple stab wounds from an edged weapon to the back of the torso.
Okay, the right eye is kind of weird because, you know, it was previously the left eyes. But we also kind of know the left eyes were probably, or we have reason to believe that all the actual Cyclops killer cases involved the prototype sync machine, since it seems like it takes your left eye in the process. So we can assume that they were, we don't really know why, if the chicks were murdered for a particular reason, or they were chosen for a particular reason, or if it was just they were random victims to test out the sync machine. I don't know. We don't really know what's going on there, but we're at the point in the story where we have the most, we have the most numerous possible ways the story can go, but we don't really have a way to close off which ones are illegitimate, right? Like, we have so much information, but we can't really rule anything out yet.
The cause of death was those stab wounds. The murder weapon was most likely a kitchen knife. She was also pregnant until just before her time of death.
So I'm thinking it's when she was murdered. Because we'll start with saying the body's old, so it's not Iris, and then we use information on Manaka to pivot into that on the second step. Fuck you.
Because that body isn't Iris.
Technically, I feel like when she was murdered also establishes that it's not Iris, but you know, whatever. Fuck you, you little assholes, you little piece of shit.
And you know it.
Are you serious?
Yes. Her name is Manaka Iwai. She was killed when she was 19. She went to the same high school as you, and she was your best friend. Isn't that right?
I feel like it makes more sense to establish first, hey, the body's really old, and then you hit them with the, we know that you know who the person is.
Nothing to say for yourself? Hiding something? Maybe you killed her with Renju.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, now you're talking. But we know Renju committed a crime. Illegally disposing of a body.
Also all that other fucked up shit he did.
And we can prove it.
When he was like, yeah, I helped murder people for the mob. Where she was found. I mean, we'll look at it first, but it should be where she was found.
Manaka's corpse was hidden under the hood of a forklift in Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. This warehouse has been under Renju's management for 18 years. Mizuki witnessed Renju checking on the corpse. This of course means that Renju knew about Manaka.
The cold storage warehouse where the body was found. It's been managed by Renju Okiura for almost 2 decades now, and witness testimony proves that he knew about the corpse there. And if I'm not mistaken, you knew about the corpse too, Hitomi. You and Renju have been close since high school. It's not too much of a stretch to think that he told you about the body, and I remember you telling me once.
When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Manaka Iwai, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
I still do not remember when this scene happened. Like, when would she have to be at the... I guess maybe right over when we first thought Iris died? I can't think of when she was at the Harbor District.
I didn't.
Don't play dumb. I know you're hiding something. You know what happened 18 years ago, and you knew she was pregnant. You were her best friend. Of course you would have known. Tell me. Tell me everything.
I mean, you're gonna tell us one way or the other. Either, you know, you're gonna tell us or we're gonna violate your civil liberties.
Date, she's not going to talk. Sync with her.
Hey, Hitomi, could you at least be nice and not have a sync somnium that crashes the game?
Date, I'm sure I've told you enough times by now, but please, come back within 6 minutes.
Do whatever that damn well want, Pewter, alright? Everyone around me's a damn murderer.
I can't promise you that, Pewter.
Date, you gotta get new friends, man. Pewter, accomplished a murder. Boss murders people. We don't necessarily know if they're cool or not. I mean, killing So is kind of like whatever. She's probably still the biggest mystery in the game. We have no real reason, like, we have nothing on why she would have potentially helped try and kill Falco. Like, we don't know what her connection to the Kumakuras is, but she, you know, definitely has killed people. Hitomi, at the very least, has aided in the cover-up of a murder. Renju killed people. Shoko's abusive as hell.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not coming back until I find something.
Date, you can't.
Why not?
You know why.
Because it will take over my consciousness?
Yes.
But if it's only a little...
No, not even a little. If the sync passes the critical point, the damage will be irreparable.
But what does that mean exactly?
Yeah, I mean, my working theory is that... Well, I don't know, because there's two different ways you can go, or two different major ways I think you could go with it. Either A, the mind inside Date is basically who used to be Falco. They sync together. Either Falco stayed too long and got trapped inside Date's body. He's able to become the dominant personality thanks to the suppressions. The problem with that is that, well, you know, Falco... Because I think... I'm trying to remember exactly how they explained it. Because the way they explained it is that, like, your consciousness would get trapped within whoever you're syncing with. So there's that way. The other... I forgot what my other idea was. But it doesn't necessarily have to be Falco, but, well, it kind of has to be Falco, right? Because he has Falco's memories. Or the memories that are supposed to belong to Falco. But personally, I'm thinking it's that Date, the core of his current personality, is what was essentially Falco. He just lacks all the memories, and the drugs are there to suppress whatever Date's original personality was. Or maybe because I don't think they really said that they swapped consciousnesses. I can't remember. I'd have to revisit the actual explanation again.
No.
Or, you know, because it's either that they swapped consciousnesses and the consciousness that was originally in Date's body is now in Falco and Falco's in Date, or it's that it was with someone else and Date has to try and be the main dominant personality and they use drugs to suppress it. I feel like that's definitely something, because they mention drugs a lot.
I'm not hiding anything.
Then let's try it. Let's experiment with my mind. Then we'll know for sure what'll happen.
Fine. I'll just say it.
Yeah?
Pewter, tell him.
Me?
Yeah, Pewter.
You know more about it than I do.
Well...
Because also what it could have been is that they, like, you know, Date's mind. Because he probably lost his eye using the fake sync machine. And so maybe it's that they messed up and that's how the consciousness problem happened. Something like that. Like it could have been forced upon him. Like it could be that, you know... I mean, I guess it could be that, because we don't really know much about Rohan, is that Rohan tried to force his way into Date's mind? And that's why he was hospitalized, because he was like kind of pseudo brain dead. So he tries to force himself into Date's mind, over goes the time limit. Date loses his eye in the process. Possibly Rohan as well. And the drugs are to suppress Rohan? Because that's been kind of like my problem with it is... But then it's like, where do Falco's memories come in? I don't know. What happens after 6 minutes of syncing?
Well, first off, 6 minutes is not a hard limit.
See, we're perfectly fine.
Could be 7, or even 8.
I don't care about the exact time. I'm asking what happens if you go beyond the limit.
Do you remember the story I told you about the egg?
No, this is one of the times where a flashback would actually be helpful.
Yeah, why?
If you imagine an egg as your consciousness...
Oh, yeah.
The yolk is what goes into the subject's brain. The white remains inside your shell. If you go beyond the limit, your yolk will not be able to return to its shell.
Because the subject's mind will start to take over the sinker's consciousness, right? I know that part already.
Indeed. But there's more to it. After the yolk is devoured, the egg white is brought through the machine next.
Huh?
And there's more. It's not just the sinker's brain. The same process eventually occurs in the subject's as well. In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced.
Okay, so they do swap.
Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
Okay, that was the main... So that would mean that it's probably just as simple as Falco and Date then, and Rohan's maybe not involved. Because I think Rohan actually being involved in it would be kind of interesting just because he's a character that's easy to forget about. Right? He's been brought up a couple times. We know he's involved in the original murders. But him being a key figure in the whole Date mystery would be interesting.
The human brain has what can be understood as a memory limit. One brain can only hold one consciousness, and it can only contain one person's memories.
Now you know everything. Talk to the boss.
You guys say anything? Kind of forgot to click on stuff because I was talking, but doesn't look like it. Kind of one of the more serious sections. Usually there's not. Okay, why keep this a secret?
I was unaware of this as well. This information is not on any accessible databases.
We had to prevent the possibility that the system could be exploited.
Exploited? But...
Even if it wasn't you, someone else might try. We didn't tell any Syncers this, including you. Project Sync is a top-secret project. It's a matter of national security.
Oh yeah, also, hey, where are the other people in our department? Where are the other Syncers? Do they exist?
Even Syncers are on a need-to-know basis. Think about it.
Because this is the only one I feel like we should have eventually seen somebody else.
What if you were kidnapped by bad people who tried to make you talk?
Bad people?
A criminal organization, spies from another country, those people.
Serial murderers.
If you blabbed about Project Sync, the entire country might be at risk. You heard it from Pewter. The sync machine isn't just for entering a person's somnium. It can also be used to swap bodies between two people. Imagine what this machine would be used for in the wrong hands. That's why I didn't tell you. We can't let this secret get out.
Swapping bodies between two people?
Now that did kind of create one thought in my head. This may not necessarily be what happened, but it's something that I think could be used in the plot. Is the idea of us seeing somebody do something, but it's not actually them. It's, you know, they've been secretly swapped. And it made me think of the boss and So. But the question is, would So have that knowledge that syncing could swap? Because the idea that So swaps with boss and then kills his own body as her, but then like you wouldn't frame it like that though. Like, I mean, if she didn't record it, it would kind of make sense because you wouldn't suspect her of killing So. But that's just kind of like an idea in general, that two individuals do secretly sync and then murders their old body. I don't think it really makes case in that scenario. Those are the first one that popped in my head.
Trading minds?
You remember what I told you earlier?
You gotta speak up, lady.
Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I got it.
Are you really okay?
I'm fine. Start it.
Understood. Let us begin.
Or I guess what you could do though is, you know, if we just operate under that like idea I had earlier of So was actually killing himself in that scenario, is that if you still have access to the sync machine, you could then just as boss sync with some other random person, and then when boss gets arrested for your own murder, you're scot-free as this third person. I mean, that's a very complicated, but I mean, it kind of could work.
I am the god of fire. I burn erotic books with my flames of red-hot anger.
Oh, a new member of the Anti-Horny Alliance?
My, how ruthless.
Oh.
Ow!
Are you okay?
That hurt.
I'll let you read this porno mag if it'll make you feel better.
I will burn it.
No, I don't think we
Fog's making
should.
it pitch black.
Should burn porn, okay? Just because I'm acting chairman of the Anti-Horny Alliance doesn't mean we have to destroy porn, okay? I somewhat respect porn. I just don't respect softcore horniness. Because I'm like, go all the way or shut the hell up.
Is that a firefly?
No half measures.
Somnium scan. Activate.
And little thingy. Some leaves. Okay, just 3. Oh no, there's a 4th. I mean, this could be a Kume shrine back then. Or I guess it could also probably be when the Manaka chick was murdered, maybe?
It disappeared?
No, wait. It might still be nearby.
Save me? Okay. Well, only got one thing to interact with. Get lit up.
Flower bud. I cannot identify the variety.
Burn it. Well, okay, fine. You always gotta smell.
What happened?
It doesn't have any particular smell, but for some reason I nearly blacked out.
Maybe it's poisonous. Be careful.
What's this? Caring words from you, Date. What are you hiding? A flower.
Get worshipped.
Worship it?
Yeah.
I will pray to it as though I am mourning the dead.
Pray for it to be engulfed in flames.
It bloomed a little?
I don't know what caused it, but it's better than nothing happening.
Okay, easy. Colon tree, I don't remember. Shake? Question mark. Rock. Say rock 3? It was something definitely on the ground.
A hole in a tree.
It's finally my time. Tackle attack. One
Beetles
of these
might fall
days.
out.
Tackle attack has to work.
This isn't one of your animal friend video games.
Tackle attack?
Nothing fell.
Did you want something to fall out?
Tackle attack? I see a... I think it's
left, Date.
rock really far away rock. Where'd it go?
A rock.
Get worshipped.
But it's a rock.
Yeah?
Gods live in the rocks too, you know.
A rather Japanese way of thinking.
Just try it.
If you insist.
How was it? You've cleared your head, right?
Yes. I now feel a sense of emptiness.
Guess it was a waste of time.
I do not want to hear that from you. A rock. This is a simple rock, but
Is there any kind of pattern?
no, there does not appear to be.
Well,
A rock.
get lifted?
Do what?
Just try.
Understood.
Come on, Iba. This is not time for you to disappoint us with your physical strength.
Well, did you find anything?
No, of course not.
It was definitely something on the
A
ground.
rock.
That was the picture they showed me, man. Get kicked.
Understood. My foot hurts.
I see.
You don't feel
My
pain.
foot hurts!
Sorry.
Okay, so we're definitely going to fail here. Rock 1, hole in tree, rock 2.
A rock.
But if you got worshipped,
But it's...
Gods live in the rock.
same. I mean, I could have seen it being like, just pick a random rock.
Yes.
Guess it was.
I do...
We'll go back to the tree.
4 minutes.
Shut up.
A hole... I am not going to be eaten or anything, right?
You can regrow your stuff, probably.
Whoa! I fell, but I am still in the forest.
It's darker than before.
What? Is someone there?
Hey!
That voice is...
Find out where that voice is coming from.
Do I follow the trail? It looped back around.
a hole in the tree. I am not going to be...
That's strange.
Did you want to see me get sucked in?
No.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
A
This
hole
is
in
my time. Tackle attack!
Understood.
It finally worked. I should have had faith.
This is...
I doubted myself and I didn't immediately tackle because it hasn't worked the previous 12 times I've done it.
a picture of Hitomi, Renju, and Manaka.
Everyone is so young. Hold on to that.
I'm gonna be honest, this Manaka chick does not really like Iris. I mean, she looks like close enough, but other than the pink hair, everyone being like, oh my god, it's Iris. I mean, I did say that when she originally showed up, and they were like, it's Iris. I'm like, is it? 'Cause it doesn't really look like Iris.
Renju Okiura.
No, obviously. Well, okay, I'm legally obligated to do this.
This is for neglecting your responsibility to Mizuki, you coward! No use. I can't hit him.
This Renju is still a teenager. He wouldn't know Mizuki yet.
He's already murdered.
Renju...
Okay, fine, I'll show you the damn picture.
Renju, look at this. Wait!
Ah, 2D women!
Renju, stop!
It shook. We went running this way. Any Renjis out there? I see a rock. I see a rock. I see another rock. There's a hole. This is new.
What is this?
Jumped.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Understood.
Cowabunga! So save. When the game will let me, I would like to save. Video game. What is this one called? It's sinking in the mountain. Kind of a forced one there, but
Another voice? Manaka! That's Hitomi's voice.
Where is she? Look for her.
hey,
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
I got plenty of time. Fuck is. I can't interact with her. Am I supposed to wait for her to get somewhere, or? I think she's just repeating. I don't know what you want from me, game. And we definitely failed. No, I think we hit like a super. I think we're at the restart all the way because we lost so much time at the start.
Tree. About as big as a capybara, I estimate.
Those are pretty big.
Hitomi! Date likes Hitomi!
Hey, what are you trying to say?
I mean, she was okay before the whole potential accomplished a murder thing.
Hitomi won't remember this sync, but still.
Hitomi stopped.
Hey, Aiba.
You have 1 minute left.
I don't know which way I came. I don't know if this is the direction I came or if it was the other direction. Oh, it was the wrong way. Yeah, we lost. Have I mentioned that I don't really like the Somniums?
That's Hitomi.
I don't know, get talked to.
Hitomi, what are you doing here?
Guess she can't hear you. She looks like she's looking for something.
That's Hitomi.
Date, you've got less than 30 seconds.
Well, it didn't work last time, but get hugged?
Hitomi?
Well?
She dresses modestly, but underneath she has a curvaceous body.
Good work, Aiba. That's good to know.
That's Hitomi.
Get inspected?
Hitomi, like Renju, this must have been approximately 20 years ago.
Something must have happened around that time.
That's Hitomi.
Time's up.
Where?
Well, you could, you know, touch her...
But in this Somnium, she might be a minor.
I forget how old she's supposed to be, but...
Her stomach. Test how soft her stomach is.
I mean, I don't think you should be touching anyone when they're time stopped, regardless of their age.
If you say so.
I know, I'm a very enlightened individual who thinks sexual harassment's not cool.
I touched it.
So, what's the softness situation? Tell me.
It was soft. Nice and pliant. No noticeable abdominal muscles.
Valuable information indeed.
You old pervert.
What the hell am I supposed to do here?
Date! Wait!
Damn it!
Okay, so the Hitomi thing's just a red herring. Got it. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Have I mentioned that I don't like the Somniums? All they do is they just make me wish it was like escape rooms. I think having them be like trippy escape rooms would have been a much better idea than this whole like whatever the hell this is supposed to be. I don't even know where we are. Like we're supposed to find the hole in the tree, but I don't know where that was. Or wait, are we trying to find the hole? Shit, I can't remember. God, I hate these so much. It's so not fun. This one might be the worst, though. I mean, the last few have been fine, but I can't even begin to know where I'm supposed to go. Okay, well, we gotta restart again. Because we lost too much time. Okay, there's the hole. See, I thought the checkpoint was after the hole, so I thought we had already done this nonsense.
Yeah.
Understood.
Or if they were just like actual puzzles or anything, like would be better than basically what they did, I feel like.
Another voice. That's it.
Where is she?
Now this one in particular is, you know, egregiously worse than all the others. I mean, you lose like so much time just walking around. What was it? Did we scream?
Date!
Hey, Hitomi, but still.
And I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Because you would think you go talk to Hitomi, but no, that's a trap.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
I mean, we can try the poke this time. Like, it didn't seem like it did anything, but
That's Hitomi.
what was it? Touch her?
Well, you could.
But if
So
it was
found.
you,
Okay, that does nothing.
a rock. This is
Is there any kind of pattern?
no,
And this rock's smaller.
a rock. Do
Just try.
understand?
Well,
No,
But it's smaller.
a rock.
You have 1 minute left.
Understand?
But it's smaller.
My foot hurt.
I see.
My
Sorry.
It's smaller.
a
And
rock.
it's right next to her.
But it's
God's.
Okay, now we can skip.
How was it?
yes.
Guess it was.
I do.
What do you want from
You've got less
me?
than 30 seconds.
Here, there's nothing there. Talking to Hitomi does nothing. Oh my god.
Time's up.
Okay, at least let me try the hole in the tree one more time.
A hole.
Okay, so we couldn't do this earlier, right?
I won't.
'Cause this is the same tree? That's obnoxious as
A
hell.
cord bracelet has appeared.
That's
on my wrist.
so
Perhaps it belongs
obnoxious.
to someone.
Might be in.
Date, we
Damn it!
You're just supposed to none of the others work like that. You never have to double click on an object like that. Oh wait, did it not even let me click the first one? I can't even retry from the first lock? I mean, it's like they made it bad on purpose.
What?
I mean, I think I'm gonna have to restart the entire Somnium. We lose way too much fucking time. Where is she? Over here. Like, I don't think we have enough time to finish.
That's it. Do you remember that? Wait!
Follow her!
On it!
Ay, 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 ay. Where did she go?
A large. If the.
And we could have tried to maybe interact with a rock first, but
Date,
I don't know.
I see.
Can you feel your way?
I can.
yeah, I mean, we've lost. I'm gonna have to redo the whole damn thing.
Date, you've got less than 30 seconds.
A leg? Let's do it. What? Another hole?
Time's up.
A large hole.
Okay, well, this has to be the end, or
Come
else
this far.
we hit a literal fail state. Okay, thank you. I was not gonna be happy if I had to redo the whole fucking Somnium from the start.
That is.
That makes it seem like it's more that they just knew she was killed. Maybe they didn't actually kill her. Because if they had murdered her and put her in the grave, why would they then dig her up and put her in the freezer? But then again, I don't know why you'd put her in the freezer. I mean, she looked like, I don't know. I mean, she looked like she was still pregnant there, but I guess, you know, they already kind of addressed that. Because if she was actually dead there, it's not like you could get the kid.
Hitomi,
It's not like you were digging her up to get the kid out.
I think I know what happened 18 years ago. You three were close. You, Manaka, and Renju. Manaka was murdered. You and Renju found the body in the mountains, and you brought it back to the cold storage warehouse. And my guess is So Sejima killed Manaka. I've seen inside his head before, using this machine.
I see. If you know that much, then there's no point in hiding it anymore. I'll tell you the truth.
I just don't get why take her to the cold storage warehouse. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, getting her body, like, digging it up and, like, maybe burying it somewhere else, or, you know, doing something more ceremonial makes sense, but dumping her under a forklift doesn't. Okay, so she had the kid right before she died? I say the kid, like...
Wait, you're going to see So?
Yes. I want to talk to him in person.
No, you can't.
I mean, it could be, like, a So is Iris's dad?
Why not?
Could be why he was wanting to get... I don't know.
Are you worried about my body? You don't have to worry about that. I'm totally fine.
But your stomach is still...
Oh, my doctor told me that's normal. Your stomach doesn't go down right away after giving birth.
I'm not worried about your body. I don't know how to explain it. So doesn't care about you, and especially not your child.
I haven't told him about giving birth. He contacted me for the first time in a while.
So that's why.
He wants to know about the baby.
He must be panicking. If anyone ever finds out his mistress had his baby, his political career would be over.
It's not like it was an affair.
I don't know. Any old politician knocking up someone in high school. I would hope people would not think that's cool.
His wife passed away after giving birth to his son, right?
It would still be a big scandal. He impregnated a girl who just graduated high school. Don't you see how that looks? He knew how the public would take it. That's why he gave you the money to deal with it.
Okay, so that I was kind of like, why wouldn't he have? So, but he said she hasn't contacted him in a while, because I feel like he would know that she hadn't had the abortion. But
there's no way he'll accept that child.
I guess that makes sense. So, kills her to, I mean, makes sense in a serial murder kind of way, I suppose. I can't wrap my head around, you know, doing it, but murder her, and then he tries to find Iris to, or that's why he's trying to kill Iris in the present, is to cover up any sort of connection he had to A, the original affair, and B, her murder.
It's okay.
Seems a little extreme. Oh no, I don't want people to find out I had an illegitimate child, so I'm gonna commit murder. I feel like, I don't know, it just seems like there's a lot of risk involved for something that honestly people maybe wouldn't care that much about. I don't know, it's weird what some politicians can get away with.
I told him that I won't cause any trouble. but could you take care of the baby? Just for a little bit? I'll be right back.
Fine. But take this with you, just in case.
Renju, that's air. Oh no,
It's a
there's
GPS
actually
transmitter.
something there.
Just to be extra safe.
I really don't think I'll need it. But okay, if it'll make you feel better.
I don't know what Manaka saw in So.
So, I mean, I was a little right in the sense that Renju is kind of Iris's dad, you know, like her, you know, step-in. That they were...
She said he was kind and loyal, that he wanted to change Japan, but I didn't understand any of it. We tried to convince her to break up with him so many times. She never listened, and it ended in tragedy. What happened next, you already know. Neither Renju or I saw it happen, so I don't know how much of this is accurate, but we could guess what happened.
Okay. What? That makes even less sense. I feel like that would not be the logical assumption, was that they met up and then she was leaving and then some fucking guy just jumped out and stabbed her. That does not seem like the logical assumption. The logical assumption is that he's a psychopath and killed her to cover up the story. Or had that guy kill her, but, you know, that vision made it seem like he didn't want it to happen. I mean, presumably the guy that stabbed could have been, like, the first person that the original Cyclops killer killed. You know, Date, original Date, presumably.
He told her to move overseas. He said he'd pay for everything. Date, you said that Manaka was killed by So, right? But that's not true. Manaka was killed by Saito Sejima, the son of So and his late wife. Saito was 12 at the time.
12?
Oh no. Who in the room is 30?
Yes.
But why would a little boy do that?
He was fucked up.
I don't know. I can't imagine.
But, I don't know. I feel like that makes much less sense than So just murdering her. Yeah, who told you this? Why do you believe this?
Renju told me.
Do you have a more reliable source?
But you said he wasn't there.
He heard some of this from the Kumakuras. Renju had connections with them.
How did the Kumakuras know?
So told them.
I mean, I'm not against the explanation. I just think it's really weird that she believes it. Because it's so much more out there than just So murdered her because he's a piece of shit.
So contacted his friend, the chairman of the Kumakuras. He asked him to dispose of the body and left the scene with Saito.
And like, why was Date just there chilling, following him around? I don't know.
The incident was 18 years ago. That means the chairman was Rohan, not Moma.
Rohan went to the scene of the crime?
Yes, with some of his men.
So I guess also going back, what it could have been is that when Falco gets shot, or they try and kill Falco, is that's actually after the sync has happened. And so at that point, Falco is Date. Or, you know, that's Date's murderous consciousness within Falco, and so that's why the boss is there to arrest him, and Rohan just opened fires.
Again, neither Renju or I saw this. We were just waiting at my house for Manaka to return. But she never came back. We tried to call her cell, but it didn't connect. But then, we saw movement on the GPS.
The GPS Renju gave to Manaka?
Yes. At first, we thought she was on her way home, but we saw the GPS getting further and further away from the city. Renju and I got nervous, and we decided to follow it.
What about the baby?
We couldn't take the baby with us, so Renju gave the baby to the mob doctor he trusted.
Those are Kumakura men.
We didn't dare move. We couldn't speak. We were barely breathing. We could only watch as it all unfolded. I knew what the hole was for, but I couldn't move. Couldn't do anything. I remember my heart beating so fast. Before long.
We good here?
Yeah. Cover her.
Just a minute.
Beautiful.
Okay, so he did have a thing for eyes.
The Kumakura people covered Manaka's body, then left.
And because I was a little, I didn't quite get why her eye would have already been removed, but that explains it.
Renju and I ran over and dug up the grave with a tree branch. What we saw.
We need to call the police.
No, we can't. Not yet.
Why not?
You don't know who those guys are. They would do anything to keep this hidden. I've seen it happen myself. I know what they're capable of. Anyway, think about it. Why would they do this? They thought Manaka and her baby were going to be trouble. Manaka's stomach was still pretty big. I don't think they know that she gave birth already. What do you think they'd do if they found out? They would take her and kill her too. And then, they'd come for us. They'd make it look like we disappeared. All of us would be gone.
Renju convinced me.
I mean, that's fair. Still don't quite get why we put her under the forklift yet.
He knew more about the dirty underbelly of society than anyone. He knew when something couldn't be handled by the police. He said that they would do anything to kill the child, and I believed him. We had to protect Manaka's baby. We had to, no matter what.
Okay, I understand.
I decided to trust him.
Now, it's also, we have to keep this completely 100% secret, yet somehow Renju, despite not even being involved in the gang, was able to figure out, because it was just enough of an open secret, I guess. Or, I mean, he's involved with the gang, but, you know, he's not a member, right?
We couldn't leave Manaka's body in the forest. We cleaned her up and took her to the cold storage warehouse.
But why?
This warehouse is owned by Okiura Fishery. My father runs it, but it's not in use right now. They're moving operations to a better area. They're actually looking for buyers right now. But don't worry, I'll take over the warehouse.
Are you sure?
Yes. Don't worry. I'll keep everyone out. Everyone but you, of course. I'll give you a key. You can come visit any time you want to see Manaka.
I feel like this is way weirder than just burying her somewhere. I don't know, this doesn't make much sense to me.
Manaka, don't worry about the baby. I'll protect her, no matter what. And don't worry about them, either. The people who did this to you, I will never forgive them. I'm sorry, Manaka. Sorry. I'm sorry. Manaka.
I mean, pretty much everything else I buy, I'm like, okay, that makes sense or whatever. Well, okay, Kid Date being there and just stabbing her randomly is a little weird, but I guess they don't need to explain it because he's crazy. So it just, he just did it because he's freaking, he's out his gourd, man. He's insano mode. But yeah, the putting her under the forklift so that she can visit her, that doesn't make much sense to me. Because, I mean, if it was me, I would not want to be seeing the actual body like that. Like, I would just want to visit the grave, you know? Like, I wouldn't want to actually see the murdered body of my friend over and over. And then plus just all the extra risk involved. Just seems a little silly. Especially since imagine if somebody came to check the grave later and noticed that it had been, like, more disturbed or something. Or if they didn't fill it, I mean, I guess they could have filled it back up, but I don't know, it just feels like they're exposing themselves to a ton of risk. Where I think it just makes more sense to either A, keep the body there, or move it and bury it somewhere else. Like, just the idea that, you know, they would just be okay just transporting this dead body to the warehouse? I don't know. It just seems very silly. Presumably there's nothing here, but... Andrew sitting down. You get the birth certificate?
The mob doctor took care of everything. I have the birth certificate, and I even picked up a mother and baby book. It wasn't cheap, but you don't have to worry about it. Just submit the birth certificate, and everything will be taken care of. You look worried.
I feel like I'm somehow betraying Manaka. She was the one who gave birth.
Soon, you won't even be able to think about that.
I am glad that Hitomi didn't end up being, like, a bad lady, though, because I actually liked her character, so...
Because a war is about to begin.
A war?
Between you and the baby. You won't get a good night's sleep for a long time. You might even start to resent Manaka for all this.
Really?
Anyway, as soon as you submit the certificate, you will officially be her mother.
Like, describing it as a war between the mother and the child, I mean, like, to a degree, I somewhat get what he means. Like, I mean, I get what he means, right? It is the initial, I mean, really the whole process of raising a child is like it's a big endeavor. But having such an antagonistic view of it is maybe a good idea that this guy was going to end up being low-key abusive when he has his kid.
Be sure to raise her responsibly. I'll help. Occasionally.
God, he's got just big piece of shit energy.
Occasionally, huh?
I mean, when I'm not busy neglecting my future child.
I was thinking about her name. How about Iris?
Iris?
The goddess of rainbows in Greek mythology? And the colored part of your eye.
And the flower, too.
Right.
I thought it might have something to do with your name, Hitomi.
Not only that, it's also for Manaka's name. The kanji for Manaka uses the character for love.
Thanks for the explanation.
And Manaka reminds me of Manako, Japanese for eye.
Editor's note.
So both names have something to do with the eye.
And eye, which means love, will always be a part of Iris.
So that's how you came up with the name?
AI.
Don't you think it's nice?
Iris. Iris. Yeah, I really like it. I don't really want to discuss this, but there's something you need to know. After talking to the Kumakura gang...
So Hitomi, you said your parents aren't around, right? Like, I can't remember if she said she's an orphan or what. But like, does she not have like any family? Wouldn't they be like, whoa, that's weird, you got like a kid now? How'd that happen? That's crazy.
I found out who killed Manaka. So's son, Saito Sejima.
Like, they figured this out that soon?
How? Saito was only...
12 years old.
Why? Why would a little boy do that?
I don't know the motive, but I know it's true. So used his connections with the Kumakuras to cover up for his son. And all of the evidence of this scandal, of course.
Now, there's definitely a part of me that wonders, like, how much does Hitomi know about what happened with, you know, for now, I feel like we have enough evidence to just fully, like, operate under the assumption that Date and Falco swapped consciousnesses. Because I wonder if it's that she doesn't recognize Date at all. Because I feel like on some, like, wouldn't you be freaked the fuck out? Like, if you saw the... Because, I mean, if they have enough knowledge of Saito, that presumably he looks somewhat similar as an adult. Or, like, you know, she would have been stayed knowledgeable of what Saito looked like. Because, you know, he's the guy who killed her best friend. So you would think when Date first gets introduced, she would be, like, fucking terrified of him. Yet instead, she actually kind of seems to have somewhat of a connection to him. Which kind of implies that she knows that Falco's the one inside Date's head. Because she still has an emotional connection to Falco.
I'll never forgive them.
But then again, it does say that doesn't it say that Hitomi still visits Falco in prison? So that would imply that she doesn't know. I don't know. I just feel like she would know what Saito looked like, you know? And think it's kind of sussy when Date shows up.
So, his son, or the Kumakuras?
I feel the same way. But you can't think about revenge now. You and the baby can't lead a life like that. Just bear with it for now. The opportunity will come, so wait until the right moment. Okay?
And so my life with Iris began. Raising a child was much harder than I expected.
Yeah.
Waking up in the middle of the night to change diapers or feed her.
I mean, being a, you know, single mom at 19 with no prep time at all either, right? You don't even have the, you know, the time to really prepare for it. Because you're like, oh, my friend's gonna have a kid. Oh, wait. Never mind. I guess I'm having the kid. And I'm pretty sure they said she doesn't have any parents. So she doesn't even have that as an option.
Iris wasn't a good sleeper. I had to sing her lullabies to put her to sleep. And I always needed to put her to bed so carefully. It would only take 10 seconds before she'd start crying again. So I had to pick her up, sing her another lullaby, then put her back to bed. After doing this over and over, before I knew it, the morning sun would creep in through the windows. But even with all that, I cherished every single day. My hatred for those responsible never went away. But my hands were full, raising Iris. I devoted myself to her. I never thought about anything else. Eventually, my desire for revenge just faded away.
Mama! Woof! Woof! Mama! Omelette! Sweetie! Up? Mommy, I won race today! Is Mommy proud of me?
I want to see Milky Moon again. Mommy, you are so good at dancing. Mommy, pancakes are done. Sorry, I burned it a little. Mommy, why can't I dance at the stores? I can't help it. My body dances on its own. Mommy, don't more people come to barbecues? How come it's always you and me? Hey, Mommy. How long will it take my bone to get better? I want to dance again with everybody. Hey, Mommy! Do you like my shirt? Look, we're matching! Mommy, thank you for everything! I love you more than anything in the whole wide world! Mommy, look! I drew it!
The Okonomiyaki War, huh?
This is very wholesome.
That was so fun! We should do it again!
The food or the food fight?
Both!
I'm gonna have to say no to the latter, sweetie. It took forever to clean.
But Uncle said he wants to do it again too! Hey, Mommy.
Yes?
Are you gonna marry him?
What are you talking about?
As long as it's Uncle, I'm all for it! I say go for it!
I would always question myself. Could I keep living a lie? I had promised Manaka that I would avenge her, but I couldn't work up the courage. And maybe Renju was exaggerating, but there's no statute of limitations for murder in Japan. If we showed Manaka's body to the police, So would be punished by the law.
I mean, yeah, but it's incredibly hard to prove it once 18 years have passed.
And the Tsujima's and Kumakura's crimes would be uncovered. But that would mean Iris's secret would be uncovered as well. That's what I was really worried about. I didn't want Iris to know that So was her father. And even more than that, I didn't want her to know that I'm not her real mother.
Well, I mean, you're still a real mother, but we should go ahead and call it here, though, because we're like well over an hour. But yeah, okay, so aside from the Somnium Salt, this is really great. I'm really liking Hitomi's route. I'm glad she ended up not being a bad lady, because she was one of my more favorite characters. She hasn't been in the game a ton, compared to, say, you know, like Mizuki and Iris and Aiba, but she's had some of the more memorable scenes, right? Like the scene right after Iris dies is probably my favorite in the game. You know, her talking about how everything reminds her of Iris is really well done, and I mean that's a really well done scene too. But yeah, we'll continue on with Hitomi's route. Maybe finish it. I don't exactly know. I mean, we'll probably still have to do another sync. We'll probably do like one more investigation sequence into a sync before we end her route. And then I guess we pivot back to the boss, which should be interesting. Because that's definitely probably the biggest mystery still, is what exactly is going on there. But yeah, I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.